Welcome to Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self-care, where your host, writer, actor, and producer Candy Washington helps you live a more joyful life with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. Be sure to subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and join the conversation on Instagram at Candy Washington. Let's go.
All right, you guys, welcome back. As always, I'm your girl, Candy Washington. And before we dive into today's key, which is really dissecting everything that has come out regarding the latest Vanderpump Rules cheating scandal. That's right, Tom Sandoval has been exposed for cheating with Raquel and all of the fallout. I'm going to take you through everything we know so far and a couple of theories and connections I've uncovered. So before we get into it, you know what to do. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend because a key is always better with community. And check out our description box down below. Definitely be sure to join our newsletter if you're into self-love and self-care. I have a ton of resources. And I think right now we all could probably give ourselves a collective hug. So with that, you guys, let's dive right on in. So our first story that is up is according to Reality Blurb. It says Ariana Madix blindsided by Tom Sandoval's 6-month affair with Raquel, found sexual video of Raquel on his phone, plus insider says he and Raquel, quote, want to be together. All right. Now, that is what is on the screen. If you can't read it, I'll read it for you. This is from Vanderpump Rules at Sir_rules. It says, just like we said, apparently they've been having an affair since last July, have slept together in his house with Ariana sleeping in the next room. And Sandoval has genuine feelings for Raquel. They apparently want to be together. And this is them hanging out in September, okay? And we're going to get into it. Let's keep going. According to a series of news reports regarding the Vanderpump Rules cheating scandal, Ariana was shocked to discover a sexual video of Raquel and inappropriate text messages sent between her and Sandoval, who allegedly, quote, want to be together after his split from Ariana, and feels completely betrayed by her supposed friend Raquel. Girl, that is not your friend. We could have told you that, but let's keep going. Quote, this has been going on for upwards of 6 months. All the while, Tom was sleeping next to Ariana in bed, a source told People on March 3rd. She was completely blindsided by this, devastated. Devastated doesn't even scratch the surface of how she feels. This is someone she thought she knew, someone she planned to spend the rest of her life with. You can't even put into words that betrayal, the source added. According to a second source, Ariana was supporting the release of Sandoval's new single on Wednesday during his band's performance in Los Angeles and, quote, had no idea any of this was happening behind her back. Now, that I believe. When this news first broke, I thought it was a scheme set up by Todd. I was like, you know what? Sandoval and Ariana, they haven't really been lovey-dovey. It seems like they haven't been in a real relationship for a bit. It's obviously been rocky. Maybe him and Raquel have been smashing and it's not that big of a deal and they're using it for a storyline. However, since everything has broke, since the news has come out, since we're seeing clips, and we'll get into that. This is just the background info. I think this is 1,000% real and 1,000% all the way effed up. All the way effed up. But let's keep going. Okay. Behind her back when she discovered a sexual selfie of Raquel and inappropriate text on his phone. I also heard it was a video of her doing something sexual to herself. Okay. Also on Wednesday, after filming an episode of Watch What Happens Live, Raquel reportedly came clean about her and Sandoval's affair to Sheena Shea. Sheena was furious, a third source revealed. She and all the Vanderpump Rules co-stars have rallied around Ariana during this time. They can't believe Raquel would do something like that. Ariana put up with a lot over the years, but she won't sit back and be sit back and be disrespected this way, the insider noted. Following the news of Sandoval and Raquel's romance, Bravo picked up their cameras and began filming scenes they hope to share as part of their currently airing 10th season. Cameras are rolling right now, a source confirmed, sharing that Ariana and Sandoval filmed at their $2 million home on Friday afternoon, where Sandoval was seen loading bags into his car. Now, there have been photos of Sandoval loading bags into his car, him leaving, taking paparazzi photos because he thinks this is a photo op. Now, let's touch upon really quickly when they said Sheena Shea was furious. That's also what's on the screen. That was from Dumas. And I'll read it to you. It said, "Did you hear Sheena allegedly got into a physical altercation with Raquel at a bar after Wednesday's Watch What Happens Live taping?" Then the person says, "Yes, is that true?" And they said, "I'm hearing through the grapevine that Sheena's friends are worried Raquel will press charges." All right. I just want to note that we are going to do a deeper dive because there's more information that's come out about this situation a little bit later in the video, but just note that and remember it. And if you guys are watching this on the replay, links below will be the link to the live version of this if you want to get more information on that. But I just wanted to flag that for everybody, that allegedly there was a physical fight. Well, I'm not going to say a fight, more like Sheena knocked out Raquel. But let's keep going. TMZ described production on Friday as a, quote, emotionally charged situation, and filming is expected to continue through the weekend as other members of the show will share their reactions. Another report, which claims Sandoval and Raquel actually, quote, want to be together after their alleged month-long affair, noted that Ariana feels understandably betrayed, not only by Sandoval, but by Raquel, who she was there for after her breakup with James. Ariana is heartbroken, a source told Page Six. Ariana was there for Raquel during the James Kennedy breakup. It was also noted by another insider that most Pump Rules cast members were expected to meet with production on Saturday. The majority of the cast is expected to gather and film tomorrow to share their reactions to Raquel and Sandoval's affair. Mostly everyone is shook and completely heartbroken for Ariana, they explained. Yeah, I think this is like really real, not a setup. You know who also is heartbroken? Our favorite, Lisa Vanderpump. When Andy Cohen had tweeted out, how many parts for the Vanderpump Rules reunion, because Andy's being very thirsty in this situation. But Andy Cohen also plays a very key role in the diabolical, disgusting, sociopathic situation that is going on with Tom Sandoval and Ariana Madix. To me, I think it's beyond cheating. I think both of them are just sociopathic and very disgusting. But we're going to get into that a little bit later, okay? So let's keep going. But just remember that. All right, here we go. Dun, 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 dun. According to a third report from Us Weekly, an additional source claimed Ariana and Sandoval had been, quote, having problems for a while, but before reaching their breaking point on Thursday. Meanwhile, fans are also taking note of some of Raquel's Instagram posts, which featured Sandoval, including a video she shared back in September of 2022, which featured herself sitting on Sandoval's shoulders during the Life is Beautiful festival. Okay, so that is what the photo is. That's the screenshot of the moment, okay? But I also have the video for you guys. So let's watch the video and let me know what you think. Like, we have the privilege or the luxury of hindsight being 2020. Like, if I had just seen this photo or the video, I wouldn't have thought anything of it. I would have been like, oh, that's Tom and Raquel having fun at a festival. But now that we know they've been smashing for at least 6, 7, actually, in my opinion, 11 months, I think they started, I think that they were definitely hooking up at Coachella, and that was April of 2022. So I personally think they have been together at least since then, but that's my personal opinion. Okay. I would not have thought anything of it, but now seeing it, But let's watch the video. Yeah, now looking at it, that is a little too close for comfort, in my personal opinion. But as always, I want to know what you guys think. Put your opinion down below. Now looking back on this, is this too close for comfort? Were they, really playing in our faces, hiding in plain sight the entire time? Which I think they were. And I have another little thing coming up to back that up, how diabolical and sociopathic these two people have been. Also, put down your thoughts down below. What do you think about the allegations that Sheena Shea, physically assaulted Raquel? I don't condone violence, but I do understand it. And what do you think about Sandoval and Raquel, quote, wanting to be together? Put it down below, okay? And then I also want to know your thoughts on what do you think about, Ariana being blindsided? At first, I was like, they're not together. Who cares? This is just for the show. But obviously now I think this is like 1,000% real. And I do think she genuinely was really blindsided. And I feel really bad for her because it's one thing to be in a relationship that's not going well and want it to be over. And it's another thing to be in a relationship that's not going well and want to get the relationship back. And it seems more like Ariana wanted to work on the relationship. Don't forget in the episodes we've seen so far of this last season, she's been talking to Katie about him not spending time with her, they're not having sex, and how she wants them to be able to spend more time together and start having sex again. So it seems to me like, yeah, they were going through a rough patch, but maybe it was because he was cheating. You know what I mean? I feel like it was more of one of those situations, but put it down below. But before you do that, and before we move on to our next story, you know what to do. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend because a kiki is always better with community. And check out our description box down below and join our newsletter. It is free. You're going to love it. So with that, let's move on to our second story. So this one is this one's from TMZ, and it's exclusive details about how Tom Sandoval was busted after Ariana found the sexual text from Raquel. So just a heads up, some of the information will be what we've already heard, but baked in will be new information and new angles added, okay? So if there's any information that's repeated, bear with me. Give me some grace, okay? Let's go. So, and I also wanted to, in this one, I also wanted to talk about Raquel's family's concerns, okay? Because I would be concerned too if Raquel has been drinking super heavily. She's been sexting somebody, videos and texts and photos and all of that stuff. She's been at least romantically, sexually linked to about 4 men in the span of a couple of months. And I'm not slut shaming by any means, but I do understand their family's concern. So there's also been a blind item leaked by Doute about where Raquel's family stands with all this. So I do want to talk about that in this segment. Okay. But first, dun 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 dun. This is from TMZ. So Tom Sandoval and Ariana Madix seem to be very much a couple just days before TMZ broke the story of their split, and what we've now learned about more details about what specifically led to the couple's sudden end. Sources close to the former pair tell us it was a series of text messages Ariana discovered Wednesday night between Tom and Raquel that caused her to believe he was cheating. We're told the messages and video. I do believe this was a video of Raquel doing something sexual, probably to herself. Do you know what I mean? Do you get what I mean by that? Anyway, let's keep going. Doing something sexual to herself. All right, we'll leave it there. Okay. We're told the messages and video were sexual in nature, leading to a confrontation between Ariana and Tom. Now, don't forget, also during the same exact concert where this went down, Kristen Doute and her boyfriend were there. Lisa Vanderpump and Ken Todd was also there. And other people were there. There have been not allegations, but there's been rumored that Bravo was filming it. But I was kind of like, why would Bravo be filming it if it's off season? like they're only filming now because like the whole scandal, but this was when the scandal broke. So I'm kind of on the fence about that. And another reason why I was on the fence about whether or not Bravo was actually there, this was Wednesday night, is because Kristen Doute was there. So I'm kind of like, I always thought that like Kristen and Stassi and Jackson, all of them weren't allowed to be at places where they were filming. I know for sure they're not allowed to film anymore. So that was up there. But anyway, that's just like a side little note to think about. Let's keep going. Dun, 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 dun. Our sources tell us from there, Ariana told friends she found out Tom and Raquel had actually been seeing each other secretly for months, as far back as the summer. We're told there was a growing suspicion between the former couple's friends that something may have been going on between Sandoval and Raquel, but it was a total surprise to Ariana. As we told you, Ariana was spotted supporting Tom Wednesday night while he performed with his band and debuted a new single. In fact, eyewitnesses at the show say they were kissing and having a good time, very much still a couple. Now, this is true. I really do think Ariana thought, yeah, my relationship is kind of crappy. Yeah, we're going through a tough time, but we'll get through it. And I really do think she thought her and Tom were, going to be able to get through it. Don't forget that there was also that rumor that they were in an open relationship. Now, this is where I think that rumor came from. I think that people saw Tom out there cheating, not just with Raquel, because, people have, videos of him singing to Raquel and serenading her, and she's like crying and all this stuff. But I think that Tom has been cheating with women before Raquel. I don't think he started cheating with Raquel. You get what I'm saying? And so the whole open relationship thing probably came out of people seeing Tom being inappropriate with other women. And then unfortunately, sometimes in our society, when we hear that someone is bisexual or whatever, you know how Ariana is bisexual, they think, oh, well, if they're bisexual, then they must be in an open relationship. She must be sleeping with women and he must be doing whatever, this, that, and the third. And people have also called his sexuality into question as well. But Ariana quickly came out and said, no, we're not in an open relationship. Being bisexual does not mean polyamorous. No, just because I also like women doesn't mean I'm not in a monogamous relationship with a man. So I think those rumors of open relationship came from the fact that Tom had been cheating on her way before Raquel. Okay, now let's keep going. And like they're saying, I think Ariana was maybe a little willfully ignorant, because I do think that women and men, I think you always know, but I think that you also try to, denial sometimes is a much more comforting place to live than reality. Because I think if Ariana was being honest with herself, she probably knew. And that's not to blame her, because she's the victim in this. I'm not blaming her. I'm just saying in general, it's easier to ignore the red flags sometimes. All right, let's keep going. Apparently, Tom has a different version. A source close to Tom told us things had been unraveling between him and Ariana for quite some time. But gotta say, that wasn't evident Wednesday before she discovered the text messages. See, that's the thing. When a guy is cheating on you, or a girl, I'll just say guy, but you guys, insert whatever you want. When a guy is cheating on you, they'll be like, oh yeah, it was unraveling for a while. And what you mean by unraveling for a while was that you were checked out of the relationship, you stopped having sex, and you got your sex someplace else. But you forgot to tell your person that you're actually in a relationship with all of this going on. So Tom, shut the hell up. All right, let's keep going. Tom and Ariana got together back in 2013 when she joined Vanderpump Rules as a full-time cast member. While they never got married, they were certainly one of the anchor couples on the reality show for years. Neither Tom or Ariana has commented publicly on the allegations. Reps for both gave us, quote, no comment. Well, they might not be commenting on the situation, but we the sure hell are. And I have a little clip from Tom. So last night, this is Friday night, Tom Sandoval and the Most Extras performed in Anaheim. And just like Lala said, and just like James Kennedy said on their Instagram stories, go to the show and heckle them. Throw tomatoes, chant Ariana, do what you have to do. And apparently, people were ready for the assignment. And let's watch, Tom being heckled and watch and listen for his response, which I kind of wanted to be like, Tom, if you don't shut the hell up, I'm out of here. Okay. So let's watch.
Ariana! We love her.
Carrie,
no! Ariana! Thank you, guys. Going amazing here. Ariana! We love her.
Listen, did you hear him say, we love her? First of all, you weirdo, they were chanting cheater, 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 and then they said Ariana. And this sociopath had the audacity to sarcastically say, we love her. Well, guess what? We don't love you, Tom. We don't. You're a weirdo. You're an absolute weirdo. And speaking of weirdos, this is according to Dumas. Dumas is not a weirdo, but Raquel is. So, like I said earlier, the fallout is real. So obviously we just saw, Tom being heckled, they're yelling cheater, 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 and all this other stuff and chanting her name. And there's a huge fallout. There also seems to be a fallout with Raquel's family. So this is according to Dumas. It says subject, Raquel Lisa's family concern. Raquel's family is pleading with her to stop filming, get off the show, and seek help. Is she heeding their advice? Nope. Too thirsty for fame. Now, this is the thing. I believe that the family is concerned. Hell, I'm a little bit concerned at this point. It's twofold. Okay, this is the question. And Candy Canes, put it down in the comment box. I want to know what you guys think. This is the question, I think, when it comes to Raquel. Is this just who Raquel has always been? You know what I mean? Has she just really always been this conniving, selfish, self-centered, lying, cheating, horrible person? Or is this more of her acting out? She's been drinking a lot, way more on the show. She's been, for a storyline or not a storyline, she's hopped from like about 4 different guys at this point, maybe even more. Not that, obviously you can sleep with and hook up with whoever you want, but sometimes promiscuity is a sign of something else going on. She was a bit of a mess on the show. She was crying, saying she was depressed, didn't know what she wanted in her life. She ended an engagement. Her pageant world has been over. She kind of aged out of that. I think a lot of people, when they have certain things they've done their entire lives, when they age out of it or whatever the case may be, it can cause depression. So do we think that her doing this whole situation is more of a cry for help because she's really depressed and going through something? Or are you like, nah, this is just this chick who she really is and her mask finally slipped? Now, I'll tell you what I think. I think this is who Raquel has always been. And I think that her mask has slipped and her slip is showing. That's my personal opinion. I think this is truly who she is. I don't think it's a cry for help. I think it's really more of her thinking, now I can come into my own. Like, now I can step into it. That's what I think. I think that this is really who she is. And I don't think she's a good person. I think she's sociopathic, to be perfectly honest. I think she enjoys playing victim. I think she enjoys, all of that. But to me, she's a scary person. She's a scary person. But I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below. But before you do that, and before we move on to our next story, you know what to do. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend because a kiki is always better with community. And don't forget to check out our description box down below and join our newsletter. It is 100% free. It's all self-care, self-love, and wellness. So with that, let's move on to our next story. And our next story is all about gathering the girls and gathering the troops and who is coming to Ariana's defense. Now, we've done the background on the whole cheating scandal. Let's talk about how everybody is responding. Okay, so this is according to Us Weekly, and it says, Vanderpump Rules, Kristen, Doute, Sheena Shea, and Katie Maloney visit Ariana Madix amid Tom Sandoval split and Raquel affair. Okay, let's get into it. Her girls to the rescue. Vanderpump Rules stars Sheena Shea, Katie Maloney, and Kristen Doute were spotted visiting Ariana Madix amid her split from Tom Sandoval and his affair with castmate Raquel. The reality stars all arrived separately at Madix's home in Los Angeles on Friday, March 3rd, after Us Weekly confirmed Madix and Sandoval's breakup. Doute, 40, who dated the TomTom co-owner, 39, from 2007 to 2013, was photographed carrying a bottle of wine and a bouquet of flowers after parking her car at the former Sir bartender's house. The Pump Rules alum later shared a video of herself hugging and kissing Madix, 37, who appeared emotional in the clip. She says, I stan Ariana. This is in real time. I love you so much. Doute shared via her Instagram stories on Friday, I love you more than anything. You're my girl. All right, you guys. I have that clip. Let me see if I can pull it up. Yeah, I'm going to pull it up, you guys, just so we can watch it real quick, okay? And then we'll keep going with the story.
Stan Ariana. This is in real time. I love you so much. I love you. I love you more than anything. I love like girls. And I'll tell people. I got Jen. And Janet's here.
They are.
What? Bye. Stan Ariana.
I'm here for it. Nothing like girl power. And I will say this. Okay, side note. Then we'll get back into it. But side note. And I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below. So there is the one conversation where it's kind of like, well, Ariana, this is a little bit of karma, boo-boo. You know, how you got him is kind of how you lose him in the situation. Him and Kristen, very similar, were not in a healthy or happy relationship. Things had not been going well for a while. He was clearly cheating on her, and one of the women that he was cheating on Kristen with was you, Ariana, and you denied it for a long time until it came out, and then you guys finally admitted it. So how you got him was by being the side chick. He was in a relationship. Just because you didn't respect the relationship doesn't mean he wasn't in one. Very similar to what's happening now. You and Tom and Sandoval, not in a healthy relationship, not in a happy relationship. We didn't really respect the relationship because we thought it was pretty crappy. But you still were in one, and he cheated on you. And now he wants to go on to the next. So he's literally done to you what you did with him to Kristen. So there's that one hand where it's kind of like, karma doesn't expire, and karma knows everybody's address. But there's also the part of me that's like, you know what? I do believe that. I do think that there is a bit of karma. But with that being said, I also still feel really bad for Ariana. And even though I get the whole karmic piece of this, I still don't think she deserved this. I still don't think that, 9 years in with this dude, that she deserved this level of betrayal and this level of disrespect, So, that's kind of where I land on it. It's not 100% black and white for me, but I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below. All right, now let's get back to it. So Sheena Shea, 37, showed up at Madix's home on Friday in lilac-colored sweatpants and a white bucket hat. She also shared footage with the Florida native later that night, posting a clip of Madix dancing and singing while seemingly at Tove Love's concert in the Wiltern in Los Angeles. "We rally," Shea captioned in the video, which featured Madix singing along to the Habit singer "Cool Girl." I'm not going to sing the lyrics, guys. Madix sang to the camera, rolling her eyes along with the song. Katie Maloney, for her part, also came through for her friend, wearing an all-black ensemble and dark sunglasses. She, too, got candid about where she stands amid the drama via social media. Katie Maloney announced her split from ex-husband Tom Schwartz in March of 2022. That August, the Schwartz and Sandy's co-founder hooked up with Raquel, 28, at Sheena and Brock's wedding. In response to Madix and Sandoval's split and his tryst with Raquel, the Ohio native took to her Instagram stories to share several telling messages, including one with 2 clown emojis. "It's never going to be about Tom again," Maloney wrote in response to a fan account supporting her and Ariana. She also penned just you effing wait in response to an account who wanted to see her and Ariana burn it all down. I cannot wait for this either. I love a good unhinged Katie. I'm so here for it. Anyway, let's keep going. Sandoval, for his part, was performing with his band, Tom Sandoval and the Most Extras, in Anaheim on Friday night. An eyewitness exclusively told us that the restaurateur asked the crowd, "Have you ever been one of the most hated people in America?" Tom Sandoval, can you please shut up? Get over yourself, Tom. You're really you're not the number one dude, okay? You're not. The most hated person in America? That's a stretch, boo-boo. You might be one of the most disgusted person, but you don't matter enough to be hated, Tom. Shut up. Let's keep going. After the audience began to heckle him with the chants of Ariana, the eyewitness told us that Sandoval said, "We love her." All right, I'm going to play that clip again. I know that we watched it before, but just in case somebody's watching this on the replay, I want to show that clip again of him being heckled. So here we go.
Ariana! We love her. No! Ariana! Thank you, guys. Y'all amazing. We love her.
Shut up, Sandoval. All right, let's keep going. A source told us on Friday that the twosome had began dating in 2014, and they had been having problems for a while through the relationship, but it only came to a breaking point on Thursday. Now, another person who is definitely coming to Ariana's defense is Lala. Yes, Lala Kent. She got to her TikTok and said that Ariana gave her permission to get after it. Okay, so let's watch that too. All right,
you guys. I've talked to Ariana, and she's given me full consent to torch these motherfuckers. Get ready, because I have only just begun. You're welcome.
Now, I'm looking forward to Lala's clapback at them because I think this goes beyond just Lala defending Ariana, but we cannot forget about the very real and deep years-long beef and feud between Lala and Raquel. Pretty much since Raquel showed up on the scene, her and Lala have been beefing and feuding, right? She called her the Bambi-eyed bee, this, that, and a third. She admitted that she slept with James while her and Raquel were together. Raquel was always very jealous and insecure about Lala, but at the same time, Lala really did push the boundaries, pretty much in her face when it came to her relationship with James. So I do feel like Lala is like really ready to go in and just be like, I'm vindicated. I've been telling you guys this whole time how this chick is. And now you all see what I saw too. Like, I think she's like really ready just to go in. And I'm excited for that. I'm excited for the clap back. I'm excited for the whole situation. Now, we also have some more people chiming in, such as Jax Taylor, and that will be our next story. So before we move on to our next story, you know what to do. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend because a key is always better with community. And check out the description box down below and join our newsletter, you guys. I say that a lot, but I really mean it. You're really going to love it if you join it. So with that, let's move on to our next segment. All right, so this is our next segment, and this is Jax Taylor weighing in, and this is according to Reality Blurb. It says Jax Taylor and Kristen Doute react to Tom Sandoval cheating scandal as Ariana Madix is seen for the first time, plus Sheena and Charlie unfollow Raquel. Now, if anybody needs a 2-second refresher course, Tom and Jax have always been frenemies. They've always been vying for the number one guy spot in their group. Tom always thought it was him. Jax always thought it was him. It was just a hot mess. To be perfectly honest, they both suck. They're both cheaters. They're both weirdos and sociopaths. So have at it. All right, here we go. Ariana Madix was spotted with Kristen Doute on Friday night, hours after it was alleged that her longtime friend Tom Sandoval had cheated on her with Raquel. As Jax Taylor claimed he called the shocking Vanderpump Rules cheating scandal, both Sheena Shea and Charlie Burnett unfollowed Raquel on Instagram. Kristen shared a video of herself and Ariana as she confirmed she's Team Ariana. Now, we already saw this video, but I'm going to play it again just in case anybody's catching this on the replay, and then we'll get back into it. And then I also have a second video of Kristen to show too. Okay.
Stan Ariana, this is in real time. I love you so much. I love you. I love you more than anything. I love like girls. And I'll tell people. Oh my God, Jen. And Janet's here.
They are.
What? Bye. Stan Ariana.
Okay, and earlier we talked about karma, but this is what Kristen had to say regarding whether or not she's Team Ariana and where she stands, given the fact that, like we said before, Ariana cheated with Tom when he was with Kristen. So this is literally history repeating itself 9 years later, She cheated, she got him, now it's happening. But let's see what Kristen Doute has to say about it.
I don't know why I feel like I need to make this clear, but there's so many people right now wondering if this is making me happy. And you guys, Ariana and I have been really good friends for many, many years now. So I am Team Ariana all day, every day. That's what's up.
All right. Now let's get into what Jax Taylor and some other people had to say. All right. Now, as the Pump Rules universe, including Raquel's former fiance, James Kennedy, was left reeling over the news, Jax weighed in with a message on Twitter after a fan said they really wanted to hear what he had to say. He said, and I quote, and this is what's on the screen, so if you can't read it, I got you. He said, quote, I've called a lot of things on that show that people never believed. Everything I say always ends up being true, he cryptically wrote. Meanwhile, also on her Instagram page, Kristen said she is Team Ariana 25-8 after a Bravo fan wanted to know what she thought about, quote, this mess. Kristen then further clarified that despite her own past with Sandoval, that's what we just talked about, guys, she is not in the slightest bit happy about the news of his alleged affair with Raquel. I don't know why I feel the need to make this clear, but there's so many people right now asking me if this is making me happy. And you guys, Ariana and I have been really good friends for many, many years now. So I'm Team Ariana all day, every day, she declared. As for Sheena, and this is what's on the screen too, she unfollowed Raquel and Tom Sandoval on Instagram shortly after the news was reported. And a couple of the screenshots shared by Queen of Bravos on Instagram, it was confirmed that Charlie also unfollowed Raquel as she shared a message about the seating drama. Quote, at the end of the day, no one deserves to feel this gut punch, she said. To say I'm disappointed would be an understatement. I mean, Charlie had her best scene ever when she basically called out Raquel this last episode being like, why are you talking to Allie about James? That's not your place. That's really inappropriate, you know? So Team Charlie on this one. You go, girl. All right. Now, this is a thing, and I want your opinion on this, guys, okay? Follow me with this real quick. This is a conspiracy theory that I have, okay? I wish I had a better image for it, but it just popped in my head. So here we go. Rock with me on this because I want to know what you think. We have been talking a lot about the karma between Ariana and Kristen Doute, right? Which is like, the obvious links between, Kristen was dating Tom and he cheated on Kristen with Ariana, then got together with her. Now, why is she surprised that he did the same thing to her? Blah, 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 blah. But do we think that there is a level of get back that Tom Sandoval is trying to get at James Kennedy? And I'm going to tell you why I think this is true. Wait, let me see if I have a better image for this one. I don't. Well, you know what? I'll use this one. Okay, so this is what I think is true about this. I think that Tom Sandoval got with Raquel on some level, whether it's a conscious level or whether it's a subconscious level, as a massive FU to James. Because don't forget, Kristen cheated on, Tom Sandoval with James. So there could be some level of conscious or subconscious get back there, retribution. And remember, Tom Sandoval and James at that time, Tom was letting James crash with him and they were supposed to be doing like music together. So either Kristen was cheating on Tom with James or they had broken up or something like that. But whatever it was, James and Kristen were having sex behind Tom's back. And then it came out, and then clearly, James and Kristen dated for a while. That relationship ended up blowing up. But we do know that Tom Sandoval likes to hold a grudge. Don't forget also when Kristen cheated on Tom with Jax, the relationship between Tom Sandoval and Jax never was the same, which it shouldn't have been. Like, he's a better man than me in that situation because I would have never spoken to that person ever again. But he did one better. He punched him. He swung at him. He punched him. I forgot what season of Vanderpump Rules this was, but the very early seasons with Stassi and Jax and all that, Stassi, because Jax and Stassi were a couple, Tom Sandoval and Kristen were a couple, and Jax and Kristen were having sex behind their backs. So cheating on both of them. Stassi backhanded Kristen across her face, and Tom also took a swing at Jax. So I wonder if there is a part of Tom that was harboring some type of resentment against James. And it's almost like, you slept with my girl, well, now I've slept with yours. I don't know what you guys think. Put it down below. What do you think about that? Just this kind of came to me in that moment, but let me know what you think. Put it down below. But before you do that, and before we move on to our next story, you know what to do. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend because a kiki is always better with community. And check out our description box down below. You guys definitely join our newsletter. It is 100% free, lots of self-love, and everything else. So with that, let's move on to our next story, which is Tom Sandoval running freaking scared. So according to Radar Online, Vanderpump Rules star Tom Sandoval cancels press after Ariana Madix Raquel cheating drama revealed. So this is how scared and shook Tom is. We all know that he is a fame chaser, all of that. He's canceling press. So let's go. Vanderpump Rules star Tom Sandoval is trying to hide from the press. Radar Online has exclusively learned the reality-turned musician and bar owner has canceled all interviews for his latest partnership hours after Ariana ended their longtime relationship after he allegedly cheated with their co-star Raquel. Radar Online has had a pre-planned interview with Sandoval, 39, and his right-hand man, Tom Schwartz, 40, for this coming Wednesday to discuss the pair's newest partnership with Hydroxycut. Side note, why the hell are they promoting Hydroxycut? Doesn't that, kill people? It's like a bad weight loss thing. Anyway, let's keep going. The 2-on-1 was locked down last week, but was, quote, put on pause Friday night after the cheating allegations and breakup was made public. We received an email around 6 p.m. saying our Sandoval and Schwartz interview would have to be rescheduled in a few weeks. The source cited Bravo's last-minute decision to reunite the cast and fire the cameras back up to capture the aftermath despite season 10 already being wrapped. Now, again, that's why I don't believe that his concert was being filmed by Bravo. It might have been being filmed and Bravo might get that footage. But like we said, the season had already wrapped. Anyway, let's keep going. We've been told to put a pause on any immediate PR for the moment, an insider connected to the project told Radar Online. This doesn't impact our partnership with either Tom. So basically, the people at Hydroxycut was like, wait a minute. We don't want this smoke. We don't want this backlash. We don't want, in Tom Sandoval's word, the most hated man in America. That's what he said. He said, do you know what it feels like to be the most hated person in America? We don't want that smoke. So this cheating scandal has already had really bad, business repercussions. I heard that, Schwartz and Sandy's are now getting really bad Yelp reviews, not because the people have even gone there, but because they're just trying to, get back at Tom Sandoval. Now their whole partnership with Hydroxycut is being put on pause. So partnerships are being put on pause, bad Yelp reviews, being heckled, at the show. This isn't good. Let's keep going. Ariana broke up with Sandoval hours ago, which was Thursday, ending their nearly 10-year relationship after discovering he allegedly cheated on her with Raquel. Insiders revealed that Ariana was blindsided by the alleged infidelity and did appear to know when she was spotted being Sandoval's being Sandoval's biggest cheerleader at his band's Wednesday show. However, we hear that sometime during the night, Ariana saw X-rated content of Raquel on Sandoval's phone. When Ariana confronted Sandoval, he folded like a suit and admitted the affair had been going on for 8 months. See, this is what I think is closer to the truth. So Radar Online is reporting that the affair was going on for 8 months. I've seen other outlets say 6 or 7. I think 8 months is way closer to the truth. I still think April 2022, but that's me. Let's keep going. The two looked like the picture-perfect couple this week, with Ariana smiling and singing along to Sandoval's cover band at their West Hollywood show, where Lisa Vanderpump was also present. Sandoval perpetuated the happy couple facade, revealing to Page Six his secret to a successful relationship earlier this week. So yeah, he was faking it. He said, I think we've been really good about respecting each other, he told the outlet, adding that they, quote, have each other's back in a reasonable way, within reason. Ironically, Sandoval isn't the only Tom that Raquel's been linked to. Now that's gross. She's been the talk of the town this season after hooking up with the newly divorced Schwartz after his split with Katie Maloney. In this week's Pumps Rules episode, Raquel told Katie she asked Schwartz to make out during one of Sandoval's shows. Katie's not only the angry ex about Raquel's love affair. Dun 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 dun. It's so crazy. Hold on. Ex-fiancé James Kennedy had something to say about the latest tryst with Sandoval. While everyone from the Vanderpump Rules cast has weighed in on the latest cheating rumors, Raquel, Tom, and Ariana have yet to address the drama. But Ariana appeared happy in her wake of despair when she reappeared on Sandoval's ex Kristen Doute's Instagram on Friday night. Yep, you got that right. Ooh, you guys. Ooh. I'm going to play a couple of clips. We may have seen them before, but this is for people who are watching on the replay. I'm going to play some more of the clips. So this is when Tom got heckled.
Ariana! We love her.
No!
Ariana! We love her.
Okay, and then this one is Ariana and Katie.
Stan Ariana. This is in real time. I love you so much. I love you. I love you more than anything. I love like girls. And I'll tell people. Oh my God, Janet. And Janet's here.
They are.
What? Okay, bye. Stan Ariana.
Okay, you guys, I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below. What do you think about, the fallout? The fallout, Tom Sandoval restaurants getting bad Yelp reviews. People are heckling him at his shows. And, his brand partnerships are with Hydroxycut. And I'm guessing other brands are being, quote, put on pause. Now, I have a question. Do you think that it's too much? We get it. He cheated. Not cool. But should his infidelity have an impact on his business? What do you guys think? Or do you think, no, they should be separate? Just because somebody cheated doesn't mean that, their pockets or their life should be ruined. Put it down below. Let me know what you guys think. But before you do that, and before we move on to our next story, you know what to do. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend because a kiki is always better with community. And check out our description box down below and join our newsletter. It is 100% free. You get self-love and self-care content. So with that, let's move on to our next story. Now, this story, I am shocked that people are not talking more about, okay? I'm really shocked people are not talking more about this next story we're about to talk about. And that is the fact that Miss Raquel, who is a cheater, pumpkin eater, is blaming Lala Kent for why she hooked up with Oliver. Now, as we all know, Oliver is Garcelle Bouvet's son from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And we also know that Oliver is still at least legally married, although it seems like they're separated and they're not going to get back together. But Lala is blaming but Raquel is blaming Lala Kent for the split. Now, this is according to page 6, and it says Raquel says Lala Kent, quote, made me think Garcelle Bouvet's son was single. Raquel claims her Vanderpump Rules co-star Lala Kent gave her the impression Oliver Sandals was single ahead of their season 10 makeout session. Though the controversial kiss in question won't air until next week, I actually think it's going to air, next week on the next episode. Raquel told Page 6 exclusively that Kent's initial romantic interest in Oliver 100% led her to believe he was not married to Samantha Saunders, with whom he shares one child. Now, don't forget, Samantha, his wife, I believe, has a couple of kids from a previous relationship, okay? That Oliver basically has taken on as his own, but him and his wife only have one biological child. Raquel says, I was like, oh, Lala mentioned meeting him at Vanderpump à Paris, at the Vanderpump à Paris opening. And she was saying that she was kind of into him. The former beauty queen, 28, explained to Danny Murphy on the latest episode of the virtual reality podcast. And that made me think that he was single, she continued. There was no thought in my mind that he was not. According to Raquel, who's employed at Lisa Vanderpump's SUR in West Hollywood, Oliver, who works at Vanderpump à Paris in Las Vegas, point blank told her, I'm separated from my wife and I have a child. So this is the thing, Raquel. How are you blaming Lala for the fact that you hooked up with Oliver when you, in the same breath, said that he himself point blank said to you, I'm separated and I have a child? How does that make any sense? Keep Lala's name out of your mouth at this point. Keep her name out of your mouth at this point. And you're making out with him on camera during the same time that you have been sleeping and smashing and having an affair with Sandoval. Like, that's what the real gag is. Everything that Raquel has been doing, she's also been doing it while having, smashing Sandoval. So what happened? Did you do this scene with Oliver, make out with him, and then you headed over to Sandoval's house and banged him? That's what's insane. Anyway, let's keep going. The Bravo celebrity admitted that she was charmed by the 32-year-old's really good personality and found that the way he spoke about his son to be very endearing. So basically, just be honest, Raquel. You thought he was hot. You didn't care if he was married or not, and you kissed him. I'm not going to say you smashed him, even though that's what I think in my mind. But what we have as proof is that you guys made out. What does Lala have to do with this? Again, there's always been this competition, this feud, this ongoing beef between Lala and Raquel. Because we even saw on the preview when Lala herself said, yeah, well, if it was a competition, I would have won, referring to the fact that Oliver ended up making out with Raquel and assumingly not with Lala. But then again, Lala was supposed to be with Randall, but who knows? Anyway, let's keep going. I'm kind of into this guy too, she recalled, thinking to herself, referring to her then new feelings for co-star Tom Schwartz. And then Lala gave me the green light. Sheena Shea, who joined Raquel for the chat, claimed Lala Kent 32 saw Oliver's obscure relationship status as an immediate red flag and gave Raquel her blessing to have him. So there you go again. Again, contradicting yourself. Which was it? Lala said to you, I think the fact that he's separated from his wife, which a lot of married men say, I'm not saying that this is the case with Oliver, just in general, when they're cheating on their wife. You know what I mean? So Lala told you that, and you still hooked up with him. So again, how are you blaming her? But let's keep going. And the preview for the upcoming episode, Kent is seen admitting to Raquel that she's had a crush on Oliver, the eldest son of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Garcelle Bouvet, for a long time. Lala adds in a subsequent confessional, I really don't give two F's what Raquel is, who Raquel is making out with. But let's be real, if it were a competition, I would have won. Meanwhile, Sheena37 told us Raquel got put in such a bad position and that the incident was, quote, not her fault. Sentiments shared by Oliver's now estranged wife. Listen, Sheena, I know now this is hindsight, because at this point you were still, going to bat for your girl Raquel, but we don't need anybody defending Raquel, because at this point, this is the third man on the show, and we've only gotten 3 or 4 episodes, 3 episodes, so a different man an episode. First episode was Peter, second episode was Tom Schwartz, 3, 4 is going to be Oliver. Girl, bye. FYI, I don't blame Raquel, Samantha wrote in an Instagram story in early September of 2022 after news of the smooch broke. Remember, Samantha is Oliver's estranged wife. Samantha, who is a mom to 3-year-old Oliver Jr. and has 3 other children from a previous relationship, claimed at the time that Oliver also committed adultery with coworkers and guests of the restaurant. Bloop. He responded to the cheating allegations via his own Instagram story, writing at the time, "I apologize for my son's mother putting my business out there. We are getting divorced." Oliver filed to end his marriage 2 weeks later. He and Samantha had tied the knot in May of 2020. But let's look at what Lala had to say before about Raquel. And this was during their feud, okay? Since Raquel is blaming Lala for why she's making out with married men. Anyway, let's watch.
I think that you, as a woman, do not sit there and empower other women. It is embarrassing. Be quiet, I'm speaking. No, I don't empower you because I think you're pathetic. No, how dare you say that I'm using my dad as an excuse? Shut the up. No, do not ever bring up my dad. What is going on? Guess what? I thought you were a dummy before my dad died. And Bambi,
get the out of here.
No, bitch.
I mean, Lala called it. She said, you do not empower women and you're up here doing the absolute most. And look what Raquel has done. She was going after Allie, who's James' new girlfriend, putting, little bugs in her ear, trying to break up James and Allie, even though Raquel was the one who ended the engagement to James. She acts like James broke up with her. Girl, bye. You tried to play Katie by hooking up with Tom Schwartz, try to gaslight Katie. Oh, nothing's happened. You're overreacting. Nothing's happened yet. Blah, 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 blah. And then you went and made out with her ex-husband. And now look what you did to Ariana. You were all in Ariana's face, acting like you were her friend, and you were sleeping with her man for the last 8 months. Disgusting. Lala had you pegged from the jump. That's why I think this is who you've always been, and now we're seeing the real you. But I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below. Before we head to our next story, put it down below. What do you think? Do you think that Raquel is delusional for trying to blame Lala for why she, a grown woman, made the choice to hook up with, on camera, an obviously married man? He can say he's separated all day long, but given Samantha's response, I think it was they probably were going through a really rough time. Oliver, in his mind, probably was done. Samantha, in her mind, probably thought they were working on their marriage. And she got set up for the okie doke. That's what I think. And then he went and filed for divorce because he was already done. So put it down below. Let me know what you think. Also, let me know what you think about Raquel hooking up with all of these guys while the entire time also hooking up with Tom Sandoval. What do you think Tom thought about this? Was he on board? Did he find it sexy? Did he think it was hot? Watching his mistress hook up with not only Oliver, but also his best friend. Because during the time that Tom Sandoval and Raquel had been cheating was during the same exact time Raquel and Tom Schwartz were also making out and flirting. You know, are they the type of guys that don't worry, that they don't care? They find women to pass around? Because I know if it was me, I would not be comfortable with the person I'm being intimate with making out for any reason with my best friend. That right there shows you, I mean, Sandoval's garbage for this anyway, but that right there shows you he doesn't even really respect Raquel. Storyline or no storyline, what man is okay with the girl he's claiming to have feelings for and wants to be with making out with multiple people, including his best friend? And I don't care about for the cameras. No, boo boo. These people are not those great, not good actors, not that way. So that's also very telling. Because again, I still think that the biggest reason why Tom Sandoval got with Raquel was to do some low-key snake get back at James. Because I don't think Tom Sandoval ever forgave James for sleeping with Kristen Doute when Tom thought James was his friend. They were going to do music together, man. And James was crashing with Tom. And then during that whole time, he was also smashing Kristen. And then they went on to date. I think it's just some get back. And this Bambi-eyed chick is going to get hers. I don't think her and Tom Sandoval are going to have this fairy tale ending. I don't think so. But I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below. But before you do that, and before we move on to our next story, you know what to do. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend because a kiki is always better with community. And put it down in the description box. Check out the description box and join our newsletter. It is 100% free. You get a lot of self-care and self-love and wellness content. So with that, you guys, let's move on to our next story. Now, this one is about Scheana Shay. Now, there has been a story going around that Scheana got physical with Raquel. So this one's from Dumas, and then we also have an update, an exclusive from page 6 too, that we'll get into. So this says, did you hear Scheana allegedly got into a physical altercation with Raquel at a bar after Wednesday's Watch What Happens Live taping? Yes, is that true? And then it goes on to say, I'm hearing through the grapevine that Scheana's friends are worried Raquel will press charges. To me, Raquel is a Karen, and I'm sure that she would, but chick, you better not. All right, now let's get some more details. This is from page 6. Inside Scheana Shay, in Raquel's heated confrontation about Tom Sandoval's affair. Oof, they are not good as gold. Scheana Shay got into a heated confrontation with Raquel Leviss over her shocking affair with Tom Sandoval. Page 6 has learned. The Vanderpump Rules star, who is BFS with Sandoval's now ex Ariana Madix, learned about the cheating scandal Wednesday night from Raquel, with whom she had been on a press tour. Now, this is true. Remember, they had just been taping Watch What Happens Live. So after taping Watch What Happens Live, Scheana and Raquel went out to drinks with friends, a source tells page 6 exclusively on Saturday. At one point in the night, Scheana lost Raquel and then found her outside of the bar on the phone with Ariana, who Scheana could hear bawling. The insider notes that Scheana, 37, asked Raquel, 28, for an explanation about what was happening, which finally prompted her co-star to come clean with Ariana, also 37, who was still on the phone. A heated confrontation ensued following the revelation, our source says. They went back to the hotel separately and haven't seen each other nor spoken since. Scheana and Raquel's reps did not immediately return page 6's request for comment. When the news broke that Tom Sandoval, 39, had been cheating on Madix for, quote, months with Raquel, Vanderpump Rules fans wondered how Scheana would react since she is friends with both of the ladies. Scheana is done with Raquel, a source tells page 6. All right, side note. This is the thing. I get that Scheana is, quote, friends with both of the ladies, but Scheana has such a history with Ariana. they were friends before filming. Sheena was the one who brought Ariana to the show. They have a genuine history and a very genuine friendship. I feel like Sheena only became friends with Raquel because Sheena wanted to save her job and she needed an ally on the show. Sure, she had Ariana as an ally, but Ariana is also friends with Katie. She's was dating Tom. She was going through her own stuff. I just think that Sheena latched onto Raquel because she needed more of an ally on the show to go against the other girls with, and she wanted to keep her spot. I also think this is very different. It's different from Raquel hooking up with Tom Schwartz versus Raquel hooking up with Tom Sandoval from Sheena's perspective and everything that's going on. Number one, it wouldn't be me because I wouldn't deal with like exes and friends and all that stuff. But Tom Schwartz is divorced. He is technically single. So it's not like they were cheating or anything. And although Raquel and Katie are in the same circle, and I personally think it's wrong, I think it's dirty and not cool, they were never super close. Versus Tom Sandoval and Ariana, who were, at least, in Ariana's mind, because Tom wasn't being honest with her, they were in a relationship and it was cheating. It was a straight up cheating affair, betrayal. And also the relationship between Raquel and Ariana is very different. Raquel and Ariana were genuinely friends, and Ariana really, really supported her through her breakup with James. You see what I'm saying? So I get why Sheena was, sticking up for Raquel. Again, even though I think it was wrong, I think it was for a storyline. I think it was some get back at Katie. So I get why she had the different response when it came to Raquel and Tom Sandoval having this full-blown affair. But let's keep going. Aside from that, the Shenanigans podcast host has been a staunch supporter of Raquel while she's been embroiled in another controversial love tryst with Sandoval's best friend, Tom Schwartz, who is newly divorced from their co-star, Katie Maloney. Social media followers, however, noted that Sheena appeared to pick a side Friday when she stopped following Raquel on Instagram. A source also now confirms exclusively to Page 6, Sheena is done with Raquel after she betrayed Ariana. The friendship is over. Right now, Sheena is fully focused on supporting Ariana, the insider adds. Sheena was spotted trying to comfort her pal on Friday evening as she, Katie Maloney, and Sandoval's other ex, Kristen Doute, all rushed to Madix's house to be by her side. Dun, 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 dun. Meanwhile, Tom Sandoval hit the stage to perform with his cover band at a show on Friday night, and when fans chanted Ariana in support of his ex, he replied, "We love her." However, it appears he is trying to keep a low profile as he bailed out of doing pre-scheduled interview with Page 6. Neither Raquel, Tom Sandoval, or Ariana have directly addressed the cheating scandal or the split. The former couple dated for nearly 10 years, starting in 2014. A source previously told Page 6 that the aspiring sandwich shop owner was blindsided when she found a sexually explicit video of Raquel on her then boyfriend's phone. Other insiders also told us that Raquel and Tom Sandoval, quote, planned to tell Ariana about the affair for weeks, but she beat them to the punch on Wednesday night. I think that's a bunch of BS. I think that they just got called out. Dun, 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 dun. We've also learned that the Bravo cameras are rolling, and the producers are hoping to include the latest drama in the final episodes of Season 10, which currently airs on Wednesday. You guys, the drama is real. Now, also with that, I think that, Page 6 and these other outlets, they're being very careful. They're saying like a heated conversation, a heated discussion. I'm going to say alleged, but allegedly word on the street is that Sheena punched Raquel in the face. That is a rumor going around. That is an allegation going around. That's alleged. I want to be very clear on that. But word on the street, that's what went down. And that's why Sheena's friends are worried that Raquel is going to press charges because Sheena clocked her in her face. Listen, I don't condone violence, but I understand it. If she did clock her in the face, you know what? It happens. But I hope that Raquel doesn't press charges because I don't want anything bad to happen to Sheena for defending her friend. And that's just how I feel. It might not be right. I'm not saying be violent, but I kind of get it. But I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below. What do you think about this? What do you think about Sheena clearly standing by Ariana, unfollowing Raquel, allegedly punching her in the face, and, standing by her, versus how Sheena stood by Raquel when Raquel was trying to hook up with Tom Schwartz, who is Katie Maloney's ex. Again, I think that was for a storyline, and I think that was to give Sheena relevancy and to have an ally on the show, versus Ariana and Tom Sandoval genuinely having a in real life, non-scripted, not for a storyline affair and betraying Ariana. So put it down below. Let me know what you guys think. But before you do that, and before we move on to our last story of the day, you know what to do. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend because a kiki is always better with community. And check out our description box down below and join our newsletter. It is 100% for free, and you get a lot of free self-care and self-love content. So with that, let's move on to our last story of the day, which is all about the sweater. Okay? Is it about Tom? It's about Tom, but it's actually about this sweatshirt. And I'm going to break it down why I think Tom Sandoval and Ariana are sociopathic jerks, narcissistic, evil people. I'm going to tell you the timeline of this shirt, okay? It's really kind of sick. So let's start with where this sweatshirt, this Tom sweatshirt got its start. So Raquel wore this sweatshirt during BravoCon 2022, day 3, which happened in early October, okay? Early October. As we now know, early October, Raquel and Tom Sandoval at that point were in a full-blown affair. Full-on affair, smashing, the whole gamut. And she has the audacity to wear the Tom shirt, but yet we all thought the Tom sweatshirt was a dig to Katie because at this point it had been exposed that she had been hooking up with Tom Schwartz. Now, this is according to bravo.com. It says Raquel shares, quote, the number one reason she wore that Tom sweatshirt to BravoCon. And as we go through the journey of this sweatshirt, it's going to be pretty evident how evil these people are. After some drama surrounding the Vanderpump Rules cast members' fashion choice on day 3 of BravoCon, she explained why she decided to wear it. Okay. She says, dun, 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 dun. In case you missed it, after Raquel was rumored to be, quote, making out with Tom Schwartz at Sheena Shea's August wedding, Raquel donned a Tom sweatshirt on day 3 of BravoCon 2022, which is what you see here. On October 28th, Katie Maloney commented on Instagram about the outfit. She's a fangirl. She started as a fan of the show and now a fan of the Toms. And Katie told no lies because at this point, Raquel has gotten with both Toms. She's gotten with Tom and Tom, which is, I personally am not a woman or a person that hooks up with friends. I think it's weird. I don't hook up with 2 guys who are friends or family members. I don't know. That's just like a moral thing to me. I don't know. That's just me. Anyway, let's keep going. Raquel responded to that in her own separate comment, saying, quote, I admit I am a fan of the Toms, and later clarified, I'm definitely a fan of the restaurant, best vibe, food and drinks in WeHo, in my opinion. But I'm also a fan of Tom Shorts and Tom Sandoval, here to support their business endeavors. Now we know she was supporting Tom Sandoval. This is crazy. Not only did she know that she was sleeping with Ariana's boyfriend, but she was also purposely trying to hurt and embarrass Katie, because we all thought this was, shots fired at Katie because of Tom Schwartz. Now, that is very evil and very sociopathic and very diabolical. So you're doing this covert, disrespect to Ariana, and then this overt disrespect to Katie. Lala read you like a freaking book when she said you didn't support women and how you were being. She read you like a book. Anyway, let's keep going. On October 31st, Raquel opened up in an Instagram post about why she chose the sweatshirt for her October 16th ensemble. Just came here to say that the number one reason I wore this Tom Tom sweatshirt on day 3 of BravoCon was for the comfy vibes, she wrote. I also wore it to support both of the Toms and encouraged people to stop by their booth to check out the rest of the cute merch. I really enjoy supporting my friends and being comfy at the same time. She also added the hashtag sue me and hashtag #1TomStan. Girl, you are doing the most, and hindsight is doing you no favors. No favors. Raquel's other BravoCon looks included a long sleeve mini dress on day 1 and a chic coat on day 2. I don't really care. Now, let's watch her at BravoCon. And then we're going to get into the next journey of this sweatshirt and why these two people are very disgusting and sociopathic, okay? But first, let's watch her at BravoCon. Here we go.
Nobody moves, there's blood on the floor. And I can't.
What I want.
Okay, we are headed to day 3 of BravoCon. It's been an incredible weekend so far. I've met so many cool people, all positive vibes, good energy, and I'm having the best time. Yay! BravoCon 2022! Woo!
Okay, so the chick is wearing the Tom Tom sweatshirt at BravoCon, as we already said, one as a covert dig to Ariana because she's sleeping with Tom Sandoval, and then as a direct dig to Katie because she's making out with Tom Schwartz, all at the same time. Disgusting. Now, let's talk about the next phase of this sweatshirt, which again is them hiding in plain sight. Now, how would you feel if your boyfriend dressed up as one of your friends for Halloween? I wouldn't feel too good about it. But that's exactly what Tom Sandoval did. Sandoval used Halloween as an opportunity to weigh in on the recent Instagram drama, dressing in costume as Raquel on day 3 of BravoCon. He replicated her hairstyle, sunglasses, and outfit, which of course included the sweatshirt. Okay? So that's what this on the other side, that's Tom, and I also have a video of it, and we'll watch that in a second. But I wanted to break down why this is so disgusting. Tom is actively sleeping with Raquel at this point for months, cheating on his girlfriend, and he has the audacity to dress up as her for Halloween? How, even though at that point Ariana didn't know, how humiliating and how embarrassing must it now feel to know that your boyfriend who was cheating on you in front of all of your friends dressed up as the chick he's smashing now? How disgusting. And also, if you're Ariana, now you're like, what the hell, Raquel? You were sleeping with my man and you had the audacity to wear the Tom Tom sweatshirt in BravoCon being all in my face? And then also on the screen, if you can't see the image, on both of their phones, they had their screensavers set as each other wearing the Tom Tom sweatshirt and outfits of Tom dressing as Raquel. Now, obviously, this is not the first time that Tom Sandoval has dressed in drag. He's dressed in drag multiple times. He always has his nails done. And obviously, I'm not being disrespectful to anybody's sexuality or identity. Obviously not. We are inclusive over here 100%. But I do think that it is valuable and meaningful to talk about that. You know, he's full on dressed in drag as the girl he is smashing behind his girlfriend's back. And not only his girlfriend's back, but this is also a big F you to James. We can't forget about James in this situation. You know, James was engaged to Raquel. James thought that Tom Sandoval was one of his best friends. Tom Sandoval paid $12,000 to help out with James's proposal to Raquel. But now I'm like, did you pay $12,000 for James's proposal? Or did you pay $12,000 because you wanted to smash, or you were smashing Raquel and you wanted to throw your little side piece a birthday party? Or a Coachella party, whatever the hell it was. Diabolical. Literally sitting there and humiliating not just Katie, not just Ariana, but also James, dead in their faces. It's disgusting. But guess what? We're not done yet with the sweatshirt. We're not done yet. Now, this is where Andy Cohen comes in, okay? This is where Andy Cohen comes in because the sweatshirt lives on. This is according to Heavy.com. Andy Cohen reacts to Tom Sandoval and Raquel news. Andy Cohen has responded to the big news that came out on Vanderpump Rules on March 3rd, 2023. Actually, wait a minute. Before we get into that, I did want to show you guys Sandoval Halloween situation. Hold on. Let me make sure. Give me 1 second. Let me make sure I have the right video for that. 1 second. I do. Okay, I do. Okay, here we go.
Guys, look who I ran into. It's Raquel from BravoCon Day 3. Oh my god. Wow, Raquel, I can't believe you would freaking... Are you gonna make a toast?
I'd like to announce that I'm gonna kill everyone tonight.
I don't know why, but Schwartz really wanted me to wear this tonight. I don't know. I don't know why he wanted me to wear this, but he said he wanted me to wear it, so I'm wearing it for him.
Where is he?
Somewhere. I don't know. We'll find out. Sorry.
Tom Sandoval wins Halloween.
Guys, look who I ran.
I mean, so disrespectful and so diabolical. Literally hiding in plain sight. The height of disrespect. Because, like, Ariana and James and Katie and everybody now, you're just going to go back and be like, wait a minute, when this happened, when this happened, when this happened, when this happened, when this happened. But let's get back to the journey of the sweatshirt, because the sweatshirt still lives on through Andy Cohen. Now, here we go. Andy Cohen has responded to the big news that came out about Vanderpump Rules on March 3rd, 2023. Just to say, I'm as riveted and upset and thinking about this Sandoval as all of you are, he said on his Instagram stories on March 4th, 2023. He said that he will be talking about the news on Radio Andy all week, and he will host special guest Lisa Vanderpump on Watch What Happens Live on Wednesday, March 8th. Side note, I cannot wait. Please tune in. I will be tuning in. Okay, let's go. Anyway, Cohen, who hosts the reunions for the Bravo series each season, posted his first response on Twitter shortly after TMZ reported that Tom Sandoval and Ariana Madix had split because Sandoval was having an affair with Raquel. Sandoval and Ariana had been together for 9 years. Cohen took to Twitter to post one emoji, the siren, as to alert Bravo fans that something big was going down on March 3rd, 2023. A couple of hours later, Cohen returned to Twitter with an important question. How many parts is too many parts for the hashtag Pump Rules reunion, he wrote on March 4th, 2023. He posted another reaction to the news on his Instagram stories. Dun, 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 dun. Now, before I show you guys what he posted to the stories, let's watch a clip from when... Actually, wait, let me finish this real quick and then we'll watch that clip. Okay. According to TMZ, Bravo producers jumped into action after learning that Sandoval and Raquel had been hooking up behind the scenes. Sources later told People magazine that cameras are rolling right now, as the crew is planning on making sure fans get to see the fallout from the bombshell news. Production is said to be planning on editing the footage as they obtain it to have it tacked on to the end of season 10, which would give Cohen a lot to work with at the upcoming reunion. Okay, now let's watch the segment on Watch What Happens Live with Sheena Shea and Raquel and obviously Andy Cohen. Now, this is the next journey of this sweatshirt. And as we know how petty and diabolical and evil they have been, one, the fact that Raquel would even wear this shirt, Tom Tom, which at that point when she wore it at BravoCon in early October, she was sleeping with Tom Sandoval and at the bare minimum making out with Tom Schwartz. And she has the audacity to wear this sweatshirt. Then, end of October, which was Halloween, Tom Sandoval had the audacity to dress up as her and play in everybody's faces, including his girlfriend Ariana at the time. So all of that is very evil in and of itself. But then this chick had the audacity to do this. Let's watch.
Tonight, we're going to see if Raquel has any guilt when it comes to her part in the Tom and Katie saga with a round of May the Schwartz be with you. Oh. Did you really not realize you had any kind of crush on Schwartz until Sheena put it in your head?
Correct, yes. I didn't really view him that way. And then I think just also being single, it's like I'm seeing people with a new rose-colored lens. And
so, Sheena, you're responsible for this.
Katie put it in my head, and I repeated it, so don't shoot the messenger, you know?
Any regrets about saying to Katie's face that you wanted to make out with Schwartz, but not have sex with him, so it wasn't a big deal?
Yeah, probably regret saying that. I was just being honest.
Yeah. Any regrets telling Katie you asked Schwartz if you could make out with him?
Did I ask her that? Or?
No, I mean, did you? Well, I guess.
I didn't ask permission.
Right. Why did you decide to post a photo of you and Schwartz together on your Instagram in front of Schwartz and Sandy's?
So it was golden hour, and like
the lighting was so good.
Seriously, pure vanity. Like,
Okay. Katie called you desperado.
Well, so there's so many articles being written, right? And the one photo that they keep using of Schwartz and I is like the same photo, and I don't love it that much. So I was like, let's give him a new photo.
That's actually, I might respect that. I think I respect that. And it was golden hour. Does Katie have a right to decide who Schwartz gets to be friends with, let alone make out with?
No.
No. Who is James more bothered by your making out with, Schwartz or Peter?
I would
Probably Schwartz.
Oh.
You're going to say Peter?
I was going to say Peter, just given off of like how he talks about Peter. It's
What's your reaction to Katie being so upset by Sheena's conversation with Schwartz on her podcast and calling Sheena a troll?
Oh, well, like I said, I think Katie was projecting.
Do you think you're guilty of trolling Katie by posting things she'll inevitably feel hurt by, like you wearing Tom Tom swag?
No, because I'm just trying to live my life, and I'm sorry if that offends people, but it's not going to stop me from doing what I want to do.
Tom Tom swag?
Yeah. Well, I brought something for you, actually.
Oh, okay. What?
So you could be a fangirl, too.
Ooh. Oh, you brought me Tom Tom swag?
Yeah.
Wow. Do you have ownership of Tom Tom swag?
No,
wow,
but...
I love
right?
this. Wow, this is amazing. I mean, with all due, it's like a triple XL.
Well,
we like things oversized.
It's like a boyfriend sweatshirt.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now you can be day 3
wow, I love it. Thank
BravoCon
you.
Raquel.
That's the exact sweatshirt that I wore to day 3 of BravoCon that caused a lot of controversy.
Excellent. Well, I'm happy to have it. Thank you. That's very kind of you. All right, thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Watch more.
I mean, the audacity of this chick. So she had the audacity to then give the same sweatshirt to Andy Cohen on air during Watch What Happens Live. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. And just like Andy said, it's like a boyfriend sweatshirt. So when Raquel was wearing this sweatshirt at BravoCon, basically what she was doing was, what's the word? Like a dog whistle, like a little wink and a nudge to Sandoval being like, I'm your girl and I'm holding you down. And this is my man, and I'm wearing his swag, and I'm promoting his restaurants. Girl, the audacity of it all. All right, let's keep going. Aside from mentioning the reunion on Twitter, Cohen said that he needs answers. Following an episode of Watch Happens Live the first week of March 2023, Cohen chatted with Sheena, Shay, and Raquel gave him her Tom Tom sweatshirt. So that's what we just watched, okay? Then Andy Cohen says, and I have a clip of this, we can watch it too. So Raquel gave me her sweatshirt the other night on the air, and I'm now wondering, does this sweatshirt hold all the answers to our questions? Yes, Andy, they do. I mean, Andy Cohen for the win on this one, because I'm telling you, when my little candy cane critical thinking hat, I saw, wait a minute, Ariana wore a Tom Tom sweatshirt at BravoCon. Tom Sandoval dressed up as her on Halloween wearing the same sweatshirt. And then she had the audacity to give the same exact sweatshirt to Andy Cohen literally a couple of days ago. Like, again, hiding in plain sight. And it's so disrespectful. So, yes, it does hold all of the answers. Okay. Andy goes on to say, what does this sweatshirt know? What has it seen? What stories can it tell? It's just sitting here kind of reverberating. I don't know. I need answer sweatshirt. Talk to me, he said, filming the Tom Tom sweatshirt. While attending BravoCon 2022, okay, then it goes on to talk about more of what we talked about. So let's watch Andy Cohen's response, okay? Because I have that. We can watch it. Okay. All right, it's uploading. So while it is, we'll go on. So while attending BravoCon 2022 in New York City, Raquel decided to wear a Tom Tom hooded sweatshirt as part of her day 3 look. She shared the post on Instagram showing off the outfit and received some backlash from social media users. At the time, it had been fairly recent been reported that she kissed Tom Schwartz while in Mexico for Sheena's wedding. Although Schwartz and Katie Maloney split up months prior, many fans felt the move totally broke girl code, and Maloney wasn't too happy about it either, which fans will get to see play out on Vanderpump Rules Season 10. After the backlash ensued, Raquel took to her Instagram to clarify her reasons for wearing the shirt, calling herself, quote, the #1 Tom stan. Ugh, absolutely ridiculous. Now, did you guys also notice in the Watch What Happens Live clip that Raquel said she posted the photo of her and Tom Schwartz because it was the golden hour, which is like the best hour for lighting or whatever, and she wanted a new photo of them for the press to use? I thought that was so egotistical, narcissistic, weird. I don't know. Andy Cohen was like, yeah, like I respect that. I was like, what do you mean? This is a sociopathic. You know, like a person that you know, you may not be best friends with Katie, but Katie has made it very, very clear that it hurts her that you're trying to make out with Tom Schwartz. So it makes it even more disgusting knowing that she never really had any true interest in Schwartz. So it's like, why were you continuing? Like, this is the thing. I get it if like Sheena and Raquel wanted to have a storyline and they're like, okay, let's just say that you're making up with Schwartz, that you're hooking up with Schwartz or whatever. Or even if it was very base level, even if it was just a cover up, right? Just to cover up the fact that it was really her and Tom Sandoval. Once you realize that your, quote, fake storyline or your cover-up story or you just being, promiscuous because you just want to is hurting someone else, that's the moment you back down. That's the moment you abort ship. That's what I don't understand. And that is to me what makes Raquel and Tom Sandoval evil and pathological and diabolical and sociopathic. Because once you realize that your cover-up is actually hurting someone, even if you don't like that person, I get it. Raquel and Katie weren't super close, but they were friends. I get it. Tom Sandoval has always been jealous of Katie because he's secretly in love with Schwartz. I get it. But when you realize it's hurting someone, and it clearly was hurting Katie, why wouldn't you just say, you know what? We already milked this storyline. We already have the storyline of like Raquel and Tom Schwartz. Let's just dead it. And to be honest, if we go back and watch the episodes, that's what Tom Schwartz is actually trying to do. Now, I'm not the biggest Tom Schwartz fan either, but hear me out on this one. I think it was episode 2, I want to say, when it was the quote double date looking type of situation, when it was Sheena and Brock and it was Tom Schwartz and Raquel, and they all got together to pregame for, I think it was James Kennedy was DJing at the hotel, and they all got together to pregame for it. Now, remember when Tom Schwartz said in the kitchen, hey, maybe we kind of need to cool down on our flirting, on our banter, and he was saying that to Raquel? I think Tom Schwartz realized, hey, wait a minute. I get we're just, doing this for a storyline. I get we're just doing this to cover up the fact that you and Sandoval are actually having an affair. But I do see it's hurting Katie. Let's just tone it down a bit. Remember that? And then also remember her response was like, whatever, we're just having fun. It doesn't matter. We can do whatever we want. Remember that? Now looking at that conversation, I see that conversation very differently. I see it more of how I would be if I personally hope I would never be like this, but if I were them and I was doing it to cover up, or if I was doing it for a storyline or just for shits and giggles, the moment I realized it was actually hurting someone, I would be like, hey, maybe we just kind of need to tone this down a bit. Because even though Tom Schwartz, wasn't good to Katie, I still think that there was still a form of love there. They were together for 12 years. And it seems now that's what Schwartz was trying to do. He was like, wait a minute, let's kind of cool it down. He also tried to do this because now I'm seeing the scenes in a very different light. Now that we have this context and this information, Now I'm seeing things very differently. Now remember last episode, right? When they were at Tom Sandoval's gig and Raquel was like, oh, I'm really wasted now. Should I go make out with Schwartz? And then she went over to Schwartz, like, do you want to make out? And he looked over and he was like, are we still filming? And he like looked into the camera and then he looked back and was like, no, because, you know, Katie might get upset about this, you know, like what's going on here. Now I'm like, what? Maybe he was saying that because he knew that Raquel and Tom Sandoval were really smashing. And he's kind of like, why are you asking me to make out? You know, unless we're filming, I get you're trying to have your little storyline, but like, I also know you're smashing Sandoval, who's my best friend. So are you really asking me to hook up behind Sandoval's back? Or are you doing this for a storyline because the cameras are still rolling? You know, so now I'm kind of looking at all of those conversations very differently. And I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below. And let's watch the clip of Andy's reaction. Here we go. 1 second.
Raquel gave me her sweatshirt the other night on the air. And I'm now wondering, does this sweatshirt hold all the answers to our questions? What does this sweatshirt know? What has it seen? What stories can it tell? It's just sitting here kind of reverberating. I don't know. I need answers, sweatshirt. Talk to me. Oh.
Girl, the audacity of it all. So again, Raquel has said before, just came here to say I'm the #1 reason I wore this Tom sweatshirt on day 3 of BravoCon was for the comfy vibes. I also wore it to support both of the Toms. I mean, who she's been supporting with her mouth and vajayjay, but whatever. And encouraged people to stop by their booth to check out the rest of their cute merch. I really enjoy supporting my friends and being comfy at the same time, she captioned in the post. However, as it turns out, Raquel may have actually really been romantically involved with Tom Sandoval, since sources told People magazine they have been together for more than 6 months. Boom goes the dynamite. So I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below. What do you think about this? What do you think about the journey of the sweatshirt that I have laid out for you? I mean, I think it's disgusting. I think it's psychotic and sociopathic, because the entire time they were wearing this sweatshirt, you know, the traveling sweatshirt sisterhood, whatever the hell you want to call it, they knew that they were hurting Katie. They knew that they were embarrassing and humiliating Ariana once this all came out. Like, he literally dressed up as Ariana for Halloween. She literally gave this sweatshirt to Andy Cohen a couple of days ago, right before literally the same day everything popped off. Put it down below. Let me know what you guys think. But before you do that, and stick around, my candy canes, I'm going to take some of your candy cane questions and comments. But before you do that, you know what to do. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend, because a kiki is always better with community. And check out our description box down below and join our newsletter. It is free, and I also send a lot of free self-love and wellness content. So with that, I just dropped the link, you guys.